Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Family Sedan channel. It's now been 2 days since the Billy Boy Hinman Ethereum Free Pass emails and associated documents have been released. But it wasn't just the Ethereum Free Pass related emails that came out, and we're still dealing with the fallout as a result. Look at this brand spanking new article from the Crypto Basic titled, Court Docs Show Ripple Chairman Has Sold $453 million plus of XRP, contrary to claimed holdings. Now, everybody's going to have different opinions on this, but it's fun to talk about this stuff. It's interesting, and I like hearing other people's perspectives. I hope you do too. But my stance on this has been the same since, I don't know, about a half year before when the topic, first time I can remember discussing the topic, before the SEC sued Ripple. Or maybe it was a whole year before that even. I can't remember for sure. It was a long time before the lawsuit actually dropped. And I remember there are these allegations about Brad Garlinghouse selling XRP, this or that. And at the time, my recollection is that it was unsubstantiated, but my opinion's the same regardless. When you're talking about an asset that individuals hold, whether it's Brad Garlinghouse or Chris Larson, and you're talking about an asset that they own, and we happen to be able to tell how much they actually have, thanks to the transparency and nature of the public XRP ledger. What they do with what they own is none of our damn business. We shouldn't care in the least. And by the way, I'll just say this again, just right at the outset of the video. As it pertains to those holdings that Chris Larson had, he ended up having, yes, billions of XRP from the beginning, just about, but it was worth $0.00. So whether he had 1 XRP or a billion or 10 billion, it doesn't matter what it was. He had something that was worth $0.00, and there was no guarantee it would be worth anything. They had no way of knowing that XRP would, in 2023, have a market cap of whatever is 25 billion-ish, whatever it is right this second. They had no idea. And they were public about where the XRP went. The creators and Ripple have always been. And so with that public information out there, people still decided to purchase XRP and speculate, and now it has a big-ass market cap, relatively speaking. And you're going to be mad at Chris Larson because that's the case? And if he wants to sell some of that now that there are millions of participants, and then when he does sell, it doesn't even impact the global price of XRP because his sales are such a small percentage, but we want to get butthurt about that? And the same for Brad Garlinghouse conceptually. Now, mind you, Garlinghouse, I believe he didn't join Ripple until 2015. It was somewhere there about anyway. When he joined Ripple, he actually was not the CEO. Chris Larson was the CEO at the time. And now Chris Larson is the chair. But Brad Garlinghouse had a different position. I can't remember what it was. And he ended up becoming CEO. Part of his compensation package was a quantity of XRP, which at the time was not worth that much. It wasn't. And so as a result of that, you could imagine how, salary negotiations go in a company. If had he not gotten any XRP, perhaps he would have gotten more pay, but maybe he got less pay and he got more XRP. So that's his personal business. And it wasn't even worth a fortune at the time anyway. He had no idea what the hell was going to happen with it. So then when it becomes worth way more in the future and he sells, people are going to get butthurt about that? I've never been able to relate to that. And I know some people are going to disagree with me, and that's fine. We can just respectfully disagree. But I don't think it makes sense. Now, as far as the revelations here, let's just go ahead and dig into this. So let's go in the article because I'm going to show you the latest court documents. And I mean, I'm not going to deny reality. There's some massive quantities sold, but my point being, it's like a very small percentage. And so none of this has impacted in any detectable way the price of XRP. It just hasn't. It just hasn't happened. So anyway, this piece reads as follows. A recent disclosure mentioned that Ripple chairman Larson has not sold his XRP holdings since 2013, but court documents might tell a different story. The official Twitter account of 24 Hours Crypto, a prominent XRP-focused YouTube channel, recently mentioned that Chris Larson, co-founder and executive chairman of Ripple, has not sold any of his XRP holdings since 2013. This was an attempt to dispel claims that Ripple founders have been dumping their XRP holdings. Now, let me just pause right here. There's one more thing it just popped in my head. I want to make sure I share with you. And this is fact. One of the reasons that Chris Larson got the quantity of XRP that he got, which, by the way, was worth $0. Again, $0.00. Part of the reason he got a big ass chunk was because there was an understanding, and this was discussed. This isn't speculation. I've covered this on the channel before. There are documents proving this. Part of it was that even though they made every earnest attempt to operate in a legal basis in a way that would not result in them getting sued into oblivion by the SEC or any other government organization, they recognized that this is a brand new asset class and there's not sufficient clarity, and this is back in 2012. And so he was given a lot of XRP, not knowing if it would be worth anything in the future, but he got a larger quantity of it because there was this understanding that since he's a co-founder of Ripple, that if something went down, there was a pretty reasonable chance that some government agency could be coming after him. And that doesn't sound unreasonable to me. And as it turns out, that's exactly what the hell happened. So it doesn't bother me in the least that he got something. Like other people making money, like that does not offend me. Like the type of people that are offended by that, I just wonder if they're the types that are also into the class warfare arguments, which I'm completely against. I just think it's complete and utter nonsense. We have opportunity here. Certainly, at least where I live in the United States. So anyway, here's the tweet from 24 Hours Crypto. He said, "To all the people who say Ripple executives are dumping XRP, Chris Larson is sitting on 2.5 billion XRP. And he says 2.5 billion XRP that we can confirm is his. There might be more wallets not named. And nothing has been touched since 2013. Let that sink in." All right. So turns out that that's incorrect, but I'm not saying that to be harsh against 24 Hours Crypto, not in the least. Because let's be real, we are all human. None of us are infallible. We all make mistakes. I do my best to make sure I'm getting the most accurate information out when I'm just reporting on factual types of things. But I always operate in good faith. But from time to time, I get stuff wrong too on a fact basis. And when that happens, I'm happy to admit, hey, sorry guys, I did get this little fact wrong. And then I just keep going forward and operating in good faith. And it doesn't happen that frequently, but I've gotten certain factual things wrong in the past, and I'm going to get in the future. This happens to be one of those things where it looks like, he happens to have been incorrect on that, but nothing about anything he's ever put out that I've seen would lead me to believe that this is an individual not operating in good faith. We can all make mistakes, and so I think there should be some amount of understanding when such things happen. I mean, just think if it were you. The next time you make a mistake, because we're all human, do you want somebody jumping down your throat? Probably not. And so then Crypto Arsenal jumped in and said, hate to burst your bubble. And then he shared this screen grab showing Chris Larson's XRP sales 2017 through 2020. And at this point, 24 Hours Crypto responded to him and said, need more evidence on the sales. Anyone can put numbers into an Excel and highlight them. Please link your source for the sales. Interested to see. So it sounds like he's operating in good faith there. I can appreciate that. Crypto Arsenal responded to him and said, sure. Exhibit 81 and 82 in Michael K. Kellogg, partner of law firm Kellogg, Hansen, Todd, Figel, and Frederick, a declaration of support for defendant's motion for summary judgment. Michael and his team of lawyers are the any ones that put numbers into Excel. And then he put down a little clown emoji. And then, and so that linked to this document right here. And so this cites various exhibits. And so you can scroll the way down like I'm doing. And you can see there's exhibits, get a little bit further down, and you can see, I guess it would be this one. Yeah, so this one cites Exhibit 81, and this one cites Exhibit 82. Talking about trades on behalf of Chris Larson and also Brad Garlinghouse. So that's what he shared in that tweet. And then 24 Hours Crypto responded, send me the numbers, because the numbers weren't included in that. And then Crypto Arsenal, getting a little spicier, he said, shall I write your correction and apology for you as well? I was like, that's a little harsh, man. Like, 24 Hours Crypto's being a nice guy. I'm just saying. But he did provide a link, so I'm going to share this information with you. So here's Exhibit 81, and this is where it came from. So this Israel stuff, and this was filed, again, 2 days ago, June 13th, 2023. So there were sales from 2017 through 2020. So that's for Chris Larson. And then here it is, Exhibit 82, same time period for Brad Garlinghouse. But again, whether they sold a lot or a little or nothing, it's none of our damn business. I just don't. So not only are they not suppressing the price of XRP, it's like these are people that are some of the greatest cheerleaders for the entire XRP ecosystem. And what? So they make a lot of money and it's not hurting us and we're supposed to be offended. Do you realize that this is the divide tactic that the SEC was engaging in? For the purposes of this video, I pulled up the original SEC complaint against Ripple to make this point. So here it is on your screen, the relevant portion. So the SEC complaint dated December 22nd, 2020. Look right here. This reads as follows. From April 2017 through December 2019, while an affiliate of Ripple as CEO, Garlinghouse sold over 321 million XRP he had received from Ripple to public investors in the market, generating approximately $150 million USD from those sales. And so think about this. You see what they were doing here, right? And it worked, by the way. They were trying to get people in the XRP community riled up. They were playing on your emotions. They were playing on your emotions, and a lot of people fell for it. They absolutely did. Because they're using, mind you, this has nothing to do with, like, they're using fraud-like language. There's no fraud charges against anyone. This wasn't illegal, what he did right here. And so it's very clear what the motive here is. It's just unfortunate that some people fell for that tactic. And I think it couldn't be more obvious what the intent there was. And so I was saying all along, I was like, whoa, this has nothing to do with whether or not XRP is or isn't a security. Why is this crap even in here? If we're using fraud-like language. Attorney Deaton has brought this up so many times. And then it's the same thing as if you come into, obviously XRP isn't stock, it's an asset, but you could provide an asset to a new employee if you're an employer that is not, it could be anything. It could be a commodity, it could be a precious metal. You can make that part of the compensation package. And frequently, if you're going to work for like a publicly traded company, maybe you get some stock options, right? That could be a part of your compensation. Well, in this case, this isn't a stock, but XRP was given. And we're supposed to be offended because Ripple gave Garlinghouse, the new CEO, as part of the compensation package XRP, which doesn't sound like a crazy practice to me. And then it became an outsized portion of whatever his portfolio looks like. And then he said, yeah, probably time to adjust this. And he sold some. Because I'll tell you what, when XRP is worth substantially more in the future, which I'm counting on, I'm going to do that. I'm going to be dumping on the public. It's investing. If you want to negatively frame it like that, what? So everybody that sells a stock, they're dumping on the public. Do you really want to what degree? Like, what's your intent there? Putting that type of spin on this? Are you the SEC? It makes no damn sense. And then you remember this website here, what's on your screen right now? This shows a Jed McCaleb's balance of XRP, and he doesn't have any other than technically he has like 500, but he for all intents and purposes, he sold all his XRP. Technically, he's got like 500 scraps left over in his account here. I'm sure that's how he views it. And so people are saying that he was just melting the price of XRP. He was keeping it suppressed. He was selling billions and billions and billions of XRP over all those years. So what happened when Jed McCaleb ran out of XRP to sell? Did the price of XRP suddenly moon? No, because that was stupid, that idea. S-T-O-O-P-I-D, stupid. Of course it wasn't going to moon because there was never sufficient volume from that one person to cause such a thing. It was, even at its peak, I'm pulling from memory, but it may have been something like, what? Was it 1 or 1.5% of volume? Because I remember it would step up over time. Initially, he was allowed to sell 0.5% of volume or something like that, and then it went up to, I don't know, it was 0.75% or 1% of global volume, measured over like a weekly basis, something like that. And then it got up to, I think, as high as 1.5%. Well, that would never obviously suppress the price of XRP. And so all the people that were claiming that he was dumping and it's suppressing, no, that was never the case, as evidenced by the fact when he ran out, the price didn't change. Same with Brad Garlinghouse, same with Chris Larson, but still the SEC sought to divide us, and to some degree they were successful. Let's not fall for that in the future. How about that? And again, this is none of our damn business. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Family Sedan.